Ever wondered how data scientists predict stock prices? So today I'll show you how to get started with R programming to forecast Canadian Dividend Aristocrats stocks, which is focus of this book series that I'm reading on making forecast on stocks. So this will be a very fairly quick video per se. So before I rush on. My name is Chuck. I'm the author of the Foundations of Time series forecasting for Canadian dividend stocks. So in this series, so is a book one of the book series. So in this series of videos that I'll be posting, I'll guide you through using data-driven techniques to make smarter investment decisions. What are we gonna quickly learn? I'm going to show you the link where you can install your R and R Studio, load your financial data using R. So from the packages and the library that we'll be loading, and then we're going to do a simple price visualization just to get started. So you have to have a basic fundamental knowledge of R programming, but even if you have never coded before, I intend to post more materials because R programming is a fairly easy program to pick up. Okay, and I will have to add if you want to follow along with the hands-on exercises on my website at kutelanalytics.com/bookstore. You can grab my book, but I'll be posting a lot of free materials that you can use to sort of see how you can accomplish these goals. So basically, at the end of this video, you have a fairly basic knowledge of our working environment and be ready for stock forecasting. So this will be a quick video, but based on demand, I'll be more than happy to dive in details in regards to that. Okay, so first thing here, so as you can see, before you're able to do our programming, you need to install it, download and install it from this website, right? And then after install, when you install this, that is how you'll be able to, Arrow will be able to interpret your programming. Then for you to run that program, you have to install an IDE, Integrated Development Environment, which is R Studio. So you can download um, a desktop for Windows here. There's other links here for Mac and other operating systems. Okay, so that's for the downloading. And then you can also, so there is this CRAN or, you know, hold on, comprehensive R archive network. So it has a comprehensive documentation of everything R. Where this one is useful is you can see all the packages in R, whether by publication or you can sort by name here, right? So we're gonna be installing three packages shortly, and then be able to access the libraries and the function that comes with it, so that we will be able to load our data set and do some visualization here. So these are all the available packages in R, is all documented here. Okay, so obviously I've already downloaded the R, and then I've also installed the Arrow Studio here, right? So this is your Arrow Studio, and I've created a file here where I'll quickly run this program, um, as I mentioned earlier. So here, of course, when you install it, you have to create a file ending with the extension .r. So that's the R file that you use to run your program. You can create a new one for the arrow script here. If I click this, you come here and then you can save it to your, it will save to your working directly. So you can see the packages here that comes pre-installed with R. Um, you can actually install it here by selecting it. You can see all of them, or in my case, um, I'll, I'll write out the function for installing the packages here, which I'm gonna quickly grab here in just a second. Right, let's see. So we're gonna start with we're gonna open. So you open your arrow, you store the essential packages used for financial data analysis. So in our case, we're gonna go with this. We're gonna start with this tree, right? So what are these? So this is the quad mode. Quad mode is sort of the package for quantitative financial modeling. So the library from here is what we're gonna use to get, be able to get access to our data set for a stock using the stock ticker. So for today, we're gonna use the Royal Bank Canada stock to do our visualization. Then you have a tidyverse. Tidyverse, a very popular package here. Um, well, I'm looking at my script here. So tidyverse is it sort of has a couple of packages for manipulation, data manipulation, and of course ggplot is the popular visualization package in R. So we're gonna install these three packages by running it here. So run installation is all good. So usually it will ask if you want to proceed here. I'll say yes, then install it. Then I'll go to the second one, run it. Of course, yes. And then the ggplot, I'm gonna same thing. Yes, so you can see, where it's being downloaded from, and then it will tell you that it has successfully been downloaded, right? Okay, so you're gonna be getting some messages. So here you wanna reinstall it, start a new session, is up to you, but in this case we don't need to. Okay, so now we've done that. We're gonna start with the quad mode to download our data set here. We're gonna run it here, right? So what are we trying to download here? We want to get the um, stock data set for Royal Bank, right? So how do we do that? We're gonna use a function. So this is basically using this get symbol function. So we're gonna use it to access Royal Bank stocks from source Yahoo Finance, right? So um, I think I have yeah. So this is basically what I'm trying to this with that kind of find myself. So this is the stock data that we are trying to access from Yahoo Finance. So that's the API that you will use to do that. So you can see today is the traded data set for Royal Bank today. You can access 5 days, 1 month, or all the data from, I guess, when they started recording it or something in that nature, which is, I believe, February 1995. Okay, so we have our libraries loaded. So here we're gonna use this get symbol function to, so when you run it this way, there is a couple of functions we can get into it, but I encourage you to, you know, go into get symbol to see the parameters that comes with this function. But yeah, we're just gonna run this, right? So when you run it, it's auto assigned to the ticker. So this is the ticker. You have to make sure you have the stock ticker here. So yeah, here is the stock ticker, RY.TO, right? TMX, right? Traded in TMX. So since we've done that, it assigns it to the ticker. So I'm gonna grab my ticker here to print the stock price, the stock data, right? So if I run this, right? So by default, so it's gonna give you the opening, the high, low, volume that was traded, and then the adjusted, right? So in my book analysis, I use the closing data, but um, preferably just the adjusted is the better one to use because it's adjusted to some factors, including earning or other stuff that contributes to some volatility in the stock. So okay, so by default, it will give you 2007 to yesterday, which was the closing price for yesterday. Today is closed already. I think the market closes 4 p.m. Eastern time. So, but it will give you up to yesterday, right? So that what we have here. Um, that we didn't. If you want to run it for some specific period to get this stock data for some specific period, then you can you know, assign the date you want to run it from. So I had it as January 2nd, but it will give you the oldest date in the record to system date. System date is today, right? But it will give you the up till yesterday. So if I run this, I get a warning, right? So warning is okay. Just pay attention to those warnings. And then again, is assigned to the ticker. So if you want to assign it to a variable, you have to do auto assign to be false, I believe, but I'll need to check that. Okay, so run this again. You notice here, now it ran from January 12th to yesterday. So that's what we have here. And then next one, if you want to grab just the closing, you access the function CL. So CL will just grab the closing price, closing stock price, and if I run this, to give me the closing stock price from the dates. So I'll end it here. This is not supposed to be a long video, but next video we'll do the visualization and then we go on to the other um, tasks that we have, maybe calculating the cumulative return for the stocks. Okay, thank you. See you in the next video.